More fallout from the NFL scandal. Why the league is again suspending a player involved in an abuse case. Good morning, Michiana. Welcome to ABC 57 News at 7 here on the CW25. I'm Emily Pritchard.
And I'm Brian Dormer. We've been following new and developing stories for you all night long.
Thanks, Greg. It is 7:01 here this morning. And could a little extra cash be coming your way? The Indiana Bureau of Motor Vehicles says it accidentally overcharged some of its customers. And this is the second time in a little over a year that the BMV has made this mistake. Estimates show the state is about to shell out about $29 million plus interest in refunds. ABC 57's Eric Cox joins us live outside the Indiana BMV in Mishawaka this morning. Deputies in Kosciuszko County say a husband stabbed his wife yesterday and is now on the run. They are looking for 35-year-old Avundio Lozano. They say he used a kitchen knife during an argument to stab his wife several times at the Green Acres Mobile Home Park in Warsaw. His wife has cuts on her arm and puncture wounds to her cheek and face. She is in serious but stable condition this morning. If you know where Lozano might be, please call the Kosciuszko County Sheriff's Department. And are you prepared? And is your family? September is nationally recognized as Emergency Preparedness Month, and ABC 57 is working for you this morning to make sure that you are ready if an emergency would strike. Our Brandon Pope joins us live at the Red Cross in South Bend this morning with some tips to keep you guys safe. Good morning, Brandon. And new this morning, a U.S. citizen is in federal custody accused of supporting ISIS militants. Investigators say he is a naturalized U.S. citizen from Yemen and a devout Sunni Muslim. They say the 30-year-old planned to kill U.S. soldiers as they returned from Iraq and attempted to recruit and provide support to individuals traveling to the Middle East to join the extremist group, all while managing a New York convenience store.
Well, 500 miles on just 2 wheels. It is a journey you wouldn't take for just anyone.
That is right. This morning, ABC 57's Rosie Woods is live in Warsaw, where several people are biking for American heroes. She'll have a live report in just moments.
I'm guessing, Brian, when you came in, so cold out there.
Yeah. It just feels too early in the season for this.
It is.
Yeah, it's one of those mornings where I get out of my car and I basically run into the studio. Really quick steps.
Yeah. No, and you're both spot on.
And as we mentioned, a cool morning to be outside. More than a dozen people are heading down to Indy this morning, but they are doing it on just 2 wheels.
Yeah, that's going to heat them up quickly. They are biking more than 500 miles, all to raise money for Hoosier families of American heroes. ABC 57's Rosie Woods live for us in Warsaw this morning.
And forgetfulness is all a part of the aging process, we all know.
Yes, but a new study shows that it doesn't have to lead to dementia.
And wildfires are raging across California. How one town is dealing with the devastation. Next. A scary sound out west. Wildfires engulfed at least 9,000 acres in Northern California Monday night. The King Fire is roaring through the El Dorado National Forest, about 60 miles from Sacramento. The winds are making fighting fires in canyons very difficult and even dangerous. CAL FIRE reports the King Fire is only about 5% contained and 500 homes remain threatened. This is probably my favorite story of the morning so far. One Washington state town is cracking down on BO. Last month, the city of Berrien passed an ordinance banning certain behaviors in public places. Visitors to the city parks, city hall, and even the library are prohibited from using obscene language, pretty common. Not wearing enough clothing, even common. But this one, having poor hygiene, is another one. Offenders can be barred from the public place for 1 year, and city officials say the measure is necessary to protect the public from foul smells.
People will unfortunately have such a bodily odor that it's very hard for other patrons to physically be in that same space.
I'm kind of intrigued on what it
For
does
a
smell
year.
like there. 1 year. Yeah, our affiliate KIRO talked with the American Civil Liberties Union. Now, the ACLU actually believes the ordinance is unconstitutional because it appears to single out homeless people.
This is a look at the top 3 with the most super rich grads. No school in Indiana cracked the top 20, but the University of Michigan came in at number 14.
Oh man, I didn't go to any of those schools. Well, soon there will be no hitchhiking for American astronauts. That's because they'll soon have their own ride. NASA awarded contracts to both Chicago-based Boeing and SpaceX to take astronauts to the International Space Station. Now, the U.S. has been relying on Russia to transport astronauts since the last space shuttle launch in 2011. The private aerospace companies are expected to begin shuttling astronauts in 2017. And speaking of taking off,
3, we have Atlas ignition. 2, 1, 0, and liftoff. We have liftoff of the Atlas.
Weather conditions briefly delayed the launch of the Atlas.
interesting. And think emergency preparedness is just about buying fresh batteries. Well, one South Bend business is making sure this month doesn't pass without getting into the act.
Yeah, as you start your day, we have a look at what you can expect if you're headed off to the South Bend International Airport.
And another quick check of our forecast with Breakfast Morning.